Hello! This class today is targeted towards those of you who have a working understanding of ballet. Oh, my cat's trying to join in with us today. This first part of the video is going to be the bar work of the class, and the center work will be uploaded shortly. I hope you enjoy. Thank you, everyone. Hello, everybody. We're going to go straight into plié, so if you haven't already done some kind of fascia mobilization or cardio warm-up, I recommend you do that right now so you're a little bit more prepared for jumping straight into those pliés. Otherwise, if you have done that, we'll begin in first position. We're using this exercise to align our posture for the rest of class, so we want shoulders back, we're feeling the muscles in the back tighten. Ribs are presenting forwards but are relaxed down, so just the sternum is in front of the body. Our core is engaged, pulling everything into our center, and then up, so we feel that lifted ballet feeling, and our turn-up muscles are rotating equally with every movement. Preparing 5, 6, and 7, 8, demi 1, 2 with the arm, 4, rising 5, 6, and 7, 8, grand plie, 2 through demi, stretch, tendu second, 6 and 7, 8, we repeat, 2 and arm, into lift, 6 and 7, 8, grand plie, arm second, lift 3, and 4, tendu 5, 6 in 7, 8. In our cross position, we repeat the same thing with our rise. Grand plie functions the same way as a grand plie in first position, and then we tendu to return to first position. Here we do an 8 count forward bend. 1, 2, reaching 3, 4, rolling up, 6 and 7, arm 8 and 1, 2 to the bar, 4 up, 5, 6 and 7, 8, and I believe we have time to do it all again, lowering both arms off the bar at the very end. Okay, here we are, stepping into our first. Ready, and so we do only actually do that forward and side bend sequence one time through. Let's spin around to the other side so we can repeat it. Ready? And. All the music to stretch the back of your legs. Excellent. We're going to move on to our tendus from first position. A couple of times in this exercise, you're going to see me slightly pull the leg back and leave the toes. I'm trying to isolate just the end parts of the toes, the knuckle parts along the floor. So we are still keeping the ankle as pointed as we can and releasing the top, just for a little bit of extra foot sensitivity. So beginning in first, we're waiting 5, 6, and 7, 8, plie 1, stretch 2, just the toes and press, closing 5, 6, and front to close, same thing, to the side and out, closing 5, 6, tendu 7, and 8, we repeat, again, going to the front, di-da-da, da, tendu, and close, same thing, again, to the side and out, closing first and out and in. We repeat the same thing going to the back, and just a note about that pull to the back. Again, we're keeping the ankle stretched and only pulling back the toes, being sure that we avoid the sickle in. We're still leaving the rest of the foot fully engaged. Okay, we do it twice to the back and then finish in our first position. Arm remains on ball the entire time unless you want to give yourself a little bit of an arm workout in second. Woo. Ready? And. Time to the back. Turning around, let's repeat that on the other side. Ready? And. right, we'll move right along to our tendus from our cross position. I'm going to be working in fifth, which is the front heel connecting to the back toe of each foot. If you're more comfortable working in third, you can do that as well. So we're following the en croix pattern, which is front, side, back, side, slowly and quickly. And my hand is just going to be on my waist to keep it out of the way. We have 5, 6, in 7, 8, and front, 2 and 3, 4 and side, 6, closing back, 8 and back, 2, closing back, last, slow 1, 7, 8 and faster, 2 and 3, and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, drawing up the front to hold, coup de pied, holding, 6 and 7, 8. From our coup de pied, we have to do a little passé to tuck the foot in behind, and we repeat the whole thing in reverse with our slow back, side, front, side, and then our faster back, side, front, side. Only side, we don't do that. And then we lift up to hold a coup de pied derrière, finishing by doing a passé devant, open, and close. All right, let's practice once on the first side. Ready? And. Faster. Passé derrière from the back. Derrière. Excellent. On the second side, we're going to pay a little bit more attention to the specificity of those foot positions. So coup de pied devant, our baby toes are resting, or I shouldn't say resting, they're actively working against the ankle of the supporting leg. And we're feeling all of the turnout rotation from the upper leg to keep that knee to the side. Coup de pied derrière is the heel at the base of the calf. This differs for everybody. You find your own personal base of the calf, and that is where your heel should connect with the toes reaching away from the body so we don't have that sickle foot. Yes? Here we go. Ready? And. Moving on to Battements Degages, we're really focusing on foot placement on this one. We start in first position. I'm going to prepare my arm up to my shoulder this time. The elbow stays in line with the shoulder the entire time. We have 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and front, close first and front, close third and front, close fifth and first, side and 2 and 3 and 4 with the arm if you wish, and 7, 8, front again, and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing to the back. Battements Degages, just a marshmallow height off of the floor. closing first, third position, fifth position derriere, and then a faster fifth first. When we're coming from the back, this set of Battements Degages to the side can increase in speed if you wish. Da plie stretch. That is optional. On this first side, I will be doing the slow tempo both times. All right? If you needed to rewind that to go over the pattern again, absolutely do that. Otherwise, we're setting ourselves up in first, ready, and. Front again. Let's flip around. Here we go. Ready, and. We're continuing right along to rond de jambe. In this exercise, we're going to prepare our arm to second position, so just make sure that your shoulders are warmed up adequately enough to sustain it there for a longer period of time. We have 5 and a 6 and 7 and 8 and front and side and back to close and again. 6 and 7, down 8, plie 1 and 2, reaching 3 and 4, stay on demi, plie and stretch to first, we reverse and 2 and 3 to close it back, and 6 and 7, arm 8, demi 1 and back, big sweep 3 and 4, reaching 5, 6 and 7, 8. We repeat our port de bras from our plie exercise down. 2 is faster, 4 and barre, 6 up, 7, 8 and up forwards, 2, lifting 3, 4, this time away from the bar, and 7 and 8. And we'll come up to a rise at the end and balance for 3 breaths. All right, when we go away from the bar, we're trying to maintain the level of our hips. They're not transitioning over top of the feet. They're staying where they are, and only the upper body moves to stretch that supporting side. Here we go. Ready, and. but that's okay. I hope that you persevered. On the second side, I encourage you to be even more stretched in all of those port de bras movements, and when we're doing our rond de jambe en fondue with our supporting leg in plie, you have a little bit more, where are we going, liberty in your arm movements here as well. We are finding arabesque and fifth tono or third at the end point, but to transition to that point, you can take any arm pathway. Okay? On our second side, ready, and move on to our fondue exercise, take a little moment to check in again with your posture after all of that bendiness. As a reminder, we're trying to relax the ribs down as we move the sternum forwards, gather all of the energy into your center, and we're lifting the pelvis up to maintain our ballet posture. For our fondue, we'll start crossed. Our arm prepares again to second. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Fondue slowly. 2 and 3, 4 and to the side out, 7 and 8, faster, 1, 2 and 3, 4, with the arm we lift and passé, back and again, to the back, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, faster, 1, 2 and 3, 4, coup de pied, retiré, and passé, down, finish. We are only going to do it once. The music might keep going, but we just have to do it once through front and back. All right, let's give it a try, then we'll focus in a little more on those passés. Ready? And of passé technique that we can use in this. If you're used to one and you want to do just that, absolutely go for it. I'm typically used to the drawing up the side of the leg, as is per Trichetti training, but in this particular one, since we are already in coup de pied devant for the first iteration, I am coming up the front of the leg to the knee, and then there's a very slight opening of the leg. The toe stays connected the entire time to the back, and then I'm traveling down the leg, passing through coup de pied derrière, so only the heel is connected to the leg at that point, into fifth position. And then it's reversed coming from the back. Coup de pied derrière, up, toe touches the back of the knee, side of the knee, front of the knee, and then travels down the front of the leg into the front. All right, let's go ahead onto the second side. Ready? And to our Battements Frappes. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, I'm so sorry. We'll start crossed. We have our traditional preparation out to the side. 5, 6, in 7, 8, and I'm going to be doing frappe that slightly touches the floor and then comes to a pointed foot at the very end, so there is a strike out every single time. We have and. 1, cross back, and 2, da da da, side, and 6, and 7, 8, and toe touches the floor, petit, battement, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, last one, comes front, and we repeat the whole thing again. 1, and back, and out, and front, and 5, and back, and 7, in, and back, and front, slower tempo, and a faster, 6, and 7, and 8, and we lift up to coup de pied devant on a rise. If you would like, we hold. We try to sustain our balance while we're on a rise. Di-da-da, 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 and we lower with control at the end of the music. Okay? It is a pretty long balance, so buckle in. As you lift up, we're trying to send energy through the second and big toe of the foot, so we're bringing our energy forwards onto that standing leg. I hope that made sense. Here we go. Ready? And. Last one. Back. All this music is by Rob Thaller. You cursed me there, or I guess I could have made a better exercise to fit that music. Anyway, ooh, that's a long balance. Just to delve into the petit battement a little bit more before we repeat it on the other side. If you've never seen this before, that's okay. We're moving from a relaxed coup de pied devant, which is the heel touching the ankle of the supporting leg, or just below the ankle of the supporting leg, and the toe on the floor. We are trying to have a loose knee and solid thigh. So the thigh does not move. We are secure in our hip joint to turn out, and we're just releasing the lower leg to move there with the toe staying on the ground. Okay? We are going out to cross back, but you're going to want to think of it as a straight line out, teeny tiny cut in, trying to slice off the smallest amount of cheese from a cheese block. Okay, let's spin around and go on the other side and attack that balance again. Ready? And If you're actually able to sustain that balance for that long, I applaud you. And tell me how you do it. For me, my posture went completely backwards. Maybe it did for you too. Connect, down, and pull up. We can get through this. All right, I'm going to do Grand Battement first. If you'd rather do Adage first, then you just fast forward and rewind, etc. I just like to loosen up the legs first before getting into those slower movements. Optional opening to demi-second and internet introduction. 5, 6, and 7, 8. We are front and touch and close to 5th and 2nd time and close. And 3rd time touch and 3 and 4. Plié, releve, plié, and out to the side. Touch and closing back. 5, 6, and 7, 8. 3rd time, 3 and 4. We tendu, pivot, arm to the bar end. We will repeat it to the back. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Plié, 5 up, 6, 7 and 8. This one's a little bit more complicated. We have front 3 times, releve in 5th. Side 3 times, no releve. We do a tendu to 2nd. I'm pivoting my bar leg towards the bar. So now I'm going to tendu derrière. The toe stays in that position. And we close. So we do our 3 grand battements to the back. 1, 2, 3. Plié. And then we're going to do a releve to retirer devant. So I'm all the way up. Toe to the knee. And we take a short little balance. I don't think there's a lot of music there to balance for this one. But we'll do our best. All right? Ready? And I really made a choreograph 2 giant balances back to back, but hey, I guess this could be called a posture focus class, I suppose. Let's spin around to the other side. On this side, pay particular attention to your supporting leg as you kick upwards. We are keeping our supporting leg and posture long, okay? No sinking into that hip. Ready? And okay, our last exercise at the bar today is going to repeat on both sides right away. I hope you'll be able to see the whole thing. I move the camera back a little bit. We are traveling to Adage land. We begin crossed. We have 5, 6, and 7, 8 up, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. 6, rond de jambe. 8 to the side, lift 2 and 3. 4, carry 5. 6, up, 7. 8, and a 1. 2, turning 3. 4, lower, and step, and close. 8, and we repeat right away on the second side. 2, passé. 1, développé devant, full port de bras. Down, rond de jambe antérieure, and close to the back. Relevé long de côté. We gently lift the leg up and over to the front. Arm comes into our en avant. And lift. From here we plie on our supporting leg up into fifth. And we do our demi-détourné, which is a small opening of the feet into first position and then crossing the other foot in front into fifth. We lower and then step and close. At the very end, after we lower on the second side, we're going to step and finish in a classical pose. All right? Ready? I'm falling already. Ready? And. And that is our barre. If you wanted to continue with this class, there is a center work video that is already posted. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you all very much. Bye.